because I do think people need to hear that. I love those versions more than I even have a bounce of it, so I can listen to it myself, like the live versions rather.
Hey Mills, tell me if I'm lying here. There's a question of their song Gase made that became so overplayed he don't fuck with it no more. I say all the commercial records personally.
Yeah, all the commercial shits for real.
Yeah.
I think which one? Yeah, really all the commercial ones for because like the songs he loved to himself for real be like the deep cuts or sometimes the ones that don't even really make the cut.
Yeah.
Or like more of those where it's like there's no hook where he just goes. I feel like those are more his favorite shows where he rides to those more than anything.
Them the questions we heard saved and
yeah. Do y'all got any questions as far as like if we have anybody here interested in engineering and audio work and stuff like that? Yeah, that's Green Eyes no.
Stay tuned.
It's on the way. Luca Brasi 4, I don't know. But I'm a
Mills, what kind of equipment you working with? Pane of glass.
Honestly, everything in the box, man. Nowadays, in the box with a Apollo Solar, that's how we run around. Of course, there's other things like I'm saying our vocal chain. If it could be like the pristine, what we go for is the 1073 Neve 1073 into a CL1B with either U87 mic, which he's starting to like U87s again. Where I'm more of a fan of the Telefunken 251s. Which we recorded on today, but that's usually what we going with. The Telefunken 251, U87, and then everybody knows 1073 and the CL1B is Kobe and Shaq when it comes to the vocal chains. How does sampling go? When what's the legal process? When whoever owns the copyright or like whoever owns it, you have to contact them, and usually they'll ask for they'll ask for money, they'll ask for percentages, they'll either tell your ass no, or sometimes they'll just be like, hey, yeah, we like the song. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure we can get our percentage on the back end. But there's a very U87. Oh, and a Telefunken 251 is the other microphone. Telefunken 251. Is it hard to do what y'all do as far as engineering? I wouldn't say it's hard to do. It's like one of them things where it might take a while to, like when you first start and you don't understand nothing that's going on, it's all gibberish. But once you pick up a couple of the pieces, it's easier than riding a bike. It's very, very simple. It's like, and a lot of it is subjective. So it's like, as long as you keeping a couple of certain rules, you really can't do nothing wrong.
I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the questions here are for Kevin directly. I just want to remind y'all, this is just me and Mills giving y'all a sneak peek on breakfast and kind of how we did what we did on it, what went behind the scenes. So I don't want to steer y'all in the wrong direction at all.
Matter of fact, you want to just pull up the what's name right quick and just give them like a run through of the song and then see if they have any questions about the session?
Yeah. Tell me when to stop it, Mills.
Now let that thing run home. So yeah, y'all got the first little leak. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell them we did that for y'all. You feel me?
Nah, they probably heard that. Let me give them some of that verse. I don't want to tease them too much.
Okay.
Shit, yeah, y'all get the idea. Hey, Mills, what you wanna explain on this? How we did this?
So yeah, I mean, well, let's ask them. So what questions do y'all have about the song? Is there anything that like y'all want to know technical wise, like upcoming artists? Okay, boom, that's a good question. That's the kind of guys we look for right here. For up and coming artists and studio recording tips, bro, don't overthink it. Simple. Get you like a Scarlett interface. One of these bad boys right here, very cheap. Grab one of these. Get you a Rode NT1 that's a very cheap setup, but you can make anything you need to make on there. You can then as you level up, you go ahead and upgrade your stuff. But just don't overthink it. Nobody like it's not. We don't know any secret tricks. It's very simple. Like it's just don't overthink it and just make whatever sounds good to you. What was the most challenging part of making breakfast? I wouldn't say nothing's challenging. It's just like certain parts were like we would it's the you know it's the part in the verse where he sings or whatever and he gets vocal, but it's like it'll be right, but it won't be perfect. It's like we both know when it's like it's the right take, and it's kind of weird because like we'll both know like all right. Sometimes I might be like, nah, you can do it better, or like I'll be thinking he could do it better, and then he'll be like, let me go again, and I'll be like, all right, boom, I recorded. Or sometimes we have parts where like I think he has a good take and he'll want to do it over, and then I'll be like, all right, if you beat it, we'll keep it. If I like the other one better, then we keep it. So it's like that might be the hardest thing is us like not necessarily agreeing, but like we both going really hard to make sure we can get the best out of this song as possible.
Man, I'm having a field day with these questions. Don't let me take away from you, Mills.
No,
They going.
no, go ahead. I found another one. Is it better to mix vocals in certain doors? And honestly, it's certain. Because some people say you're not supposed to mix in FL, but I've heard people that can mix in FL. It's all about what's comfortable to you. There's no rules to this shit. There is no rules. DJ Chose killed that beat. They real close. Chose and Gates real close. He probably just text them shit when he like, as soon as he come to his head, he probably call him and sing it and then go make it. Who knows?
Hey, what's one thing he teach y'all about this music business or life in general? Love yourself. Everything else.
Lead with love.
Yeah. You can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself.
That's a fact. What's your favorite part of the recording process? All of it. When you sitting there and you got to keep recording and you just going, you just in the zone, locked in. I got to run it back when he ready to run it back. I got to know when he want to run it back. Like I kind of pride myself on being able to do everything he need done without him having to ask me. I got to be able to like read his mind. That's like my favorite part. It's like, all right,
hey,
you want to do this?
How long does it take you to produce a song of that quality? If you had produced that, what would you say? That's what somebody as G-Flow says there.
I feel like that's a hard question because sometimes some songs like, all right, for me, a lot of times I hear the song done in my head. It's just like I got to click all the corresponding buttons to make it sound how I hear. But sometimes that shit can happen like by accident instantly. Like I could do that shit in an hour and the song will be fucking pristine. Or sometimes it's like I got to live with a song and then go do something one day and then it'll give me the idea that I need to finish it. It's kind of weird.
Right. Somebody asked, what's the process behind dropping a track? What y'all
John is the great person to ask about that.
Nah, that's the business side, but still on a technical level, first you gotta have an idea. So Kev might have an idea, and Mills, you know this, he'll record something in his phone. He'll have something he had around for years, like, man, I've been meaning to record that. And then he'll find the right beat to it. That might take months and months. He'll find the beat, nice. He'll call Mills, he'll get in the lab, he'll lay it down. If he likes it, he'll go all the way and finish the whole song right there in what, like an hour? Maybe, give or take. But you'll record your vocals to the beat, and then Mills will go in and clean it up for the day, and then either Mills or myself will go in together sometimes and mix the beat and make it sound good for radio, and then we send it off to the label, let them get their ears on it, and there's a whole other process to that beyond just the recording phase. But if y'all got a question about the business, we can get into that a little later, but this is specifically about what went into this track and how that goes. I don't see nobody asking about how exactly we mix this, Mills.
Yeah.
Like they just got general questions about
what headphones you wearing.
Engineering.
Yeah. Don't look at these headphones. Get some DT770s though. Go if you're gonna do some headphones, DT770s. This ain't that.
Oh, Mills, man, I'm gonna go against you on that one, dog.
What's your favorite?
What you rocking? I like these. I like the M.
AKGs.
The ATHs. Yeah, I love these.
Man,
I ain't got the ear you got.
Nah, bro, chill. But that's another thing too I'm about to say. There is no best headphone. It's just what headphone you know the best.
Yeah, your ear canal could be.
It's just DT770s. I just like no matter where I go, or I don't care. It's like I just know how the mix is gonna translate out of those headphones.
Somebody asked, I Am Tech, has Gates ever considered dropping a lost files of some sort where he puts all old unreleased Grails into an album? Yeah, that's in consideration actually. It's a bigger undertaking than you might realize. But that's definitely something that we done talked about in Mills. We might have to raid your hard drives for some of that.
I'm about to say I definitely got some shit that I know one song that need to go on there. Matter of fact, yeah.
Well, they ain't gonna know it anyway.
They said, "Can we play the song again?" I don't know. You wanna?
They got their.
Oh, they said he said y'all use Pro
record?
Tools. See, yeah, Big JoJo, ask some more questions, JoJo. You got the we looking for you. We looking for the people that wanna. We use Pro Tools. Can you pull the session up, John?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this screen share working, but it's tripping. I don't know.
What's the most difficult song you mixed? Honestly, it's like back in the day. Nowadays, it's like the type of equipment we have is not really hard to mix anything. It's not like you have to. It's like the energy is already there. You just pretty much make sure everything is in the lines. Who else have I worked with? A whole bunch of people. We hear about Gates though today, man. We ain't worried about nobody else.
You see that, Mills? You see my screen?
See, that's the rolling around with Mills is that's my tag. So once I got them start producing more shit, and I should have I've just now started using it. I should have been using it on all of my old hits and shit that way but now I'm about to have it to where the whole industry gonna have to fucking get it a Gates stamp for their shit to be a hit. They gonna have to hear Rolling Around with Mills, and that's Gates' voice. Me and John recorded Kaiser. What's your favorite part? Just everything, like the laughs, the knowledge, crazy shit, just everything. And the main thing is like I enjoy being around people who's cool with being themselves. That don't like just he 100% cool with being himself. Those type of people I like being around. And you don't really see that a lot, especially from somebody at that level to just be, you know what I'm saying? That shit's solid.
Hey, Willie, you said you saw the screen.
Said it was loading, but I think it.
How many of y'all hear this and see this?
I got a little carried away. I be performing that song like it's mine. Y'all gotta make sure when y'all listen to that, y'all gotta make sure y'all hit them ad-libs like he hit them ad-libs. I need y'all be in the shower. Ooh, in the morning. I need all that. Y'all gotta go crazy. What influenced my breakfast? Good question. A guitar, some drums, probably a synth in there for sure. I'm sorry, what was that? You about to say something?
I was just gonna say we saw John dropped off here for a second, so
yeah, I'm gonna try to get him back up. Answer some questions. I'll be singing. I'm running in the shower. There you go. Is there a difference between a mixtape and an album? That's a really good question that I honestly really never have the answer for, and it's like a tricky question because the labels kind of use that against you. Like they will tell you a project is a mixtape to not pay you as much, or like they'll say you some things as an album to like. So that is a very tricky question. Is honestly in this day and age, everything is just I call them projects, album, mixtape, EP, LP. It's just a project.
Hey, Mill, somebody said stand up and do it 360.
Wow, I knew you was gonna read that shit. I spared you the whole show.
Hey, they ain't asked me to shake my ass, so this is you, man. This is all you, dog.
Man, I'm about to start coming on here and just start bullshitting, bro.
Man, the comment section.
Where Ron at? I'm finna call Ron.
They going crazy in here. You
I'm
know,
like, yeah, we gonna have to get BWA Ron to do a what's the name in this motherfucker? Cause y'all gonna not just gonna be on me. Everybody gonna have to get this treatment now. I'm supposed to be a behind the scenes nigga. That's why I picked my job. I'm supposed to be in the cut, in the crevice. Nobody's supposed to know I exist. And now they on here talking about do a 360.
Hey, somebody said what vocal chain you use for this song.
You know, I can look at the session. I can tell you exactly. Well, no. So in the studio we had a 610B, which I'm not a big fan of those. To me, they're very, I wouldn't say dark. They're just heavy. They had a 610B in there going into a CL1B, and we was using the Telefunken. That's the last day. He said he liked the U87 better. I think he was just used to U87s. But today we recorded with the Telefunken. He was like, "Ooh, that bitch sound good." That nigga, he like both of them bitches. And sometimes I don't know. We used to do the C800 type of thing. But yeah, the 610B into a CL1B coming out of a Telefunken mic. And then in the box, what did I have? In the box, I was on very simple. I want to say I went SSL. Yeah, I just went SSL and what? SSL got me a low cut at like 150. You might dip between either 350 or 500. Every once in a while, I boost the 10K, which is like a very common thing, but I kind of more like to take out what I don't like to make the highs, what's the name? Or if anything, I'll do it in a parallel. Hopefully you know what I mean by parallel, because you should definitely, if you don't parallel, damn, I need to get the screen shit work so I can show y'all parallel compression and shit like that.
Hey, Mills, when you get a second, you want to put your IG in the chat. They ask questions.
Yeah, this what you need to do, because I got little tips. You can go to my page on my IG. Y'all can tap in. I got a lot of tips and whatnot. You could, as far as like if you record yourself, I leave a lot of tips in there to help you out get all that type of stuff situated. And also, y'all can hit me up if y'all need any mixes or whatnot. I'm putting my email in the chat as well.
Hey, Reese, did I miss the song? Yeah, you missed it, but guess what?
You missed it, dog.
Before we end, we'll play a little bit on the way out.
You made it to the party just in time, dog. We got you. You with Real Nigga Radio.
Right.
Hey, this shit kind of fire. I ain't gonna front. Y'all Discord niggas had me shook at front. I was scared. I'm like, man, they about to be on here tweaking.
Yeah, some of y'all was on a whole different
I need both y'all to take them hats off. He tried to, what's the name? I'm straight. My shit a little.
I usually rock a ball cut, but I got hair now, and then I ain't.
He tried to. Now, you look like I don't even know who said that. Because I'm going to start calling y'all out, and I'm going to pull a picture up, and I'm going to join y'all ass. You try to catch me and my boy slipping, but we real.
Mills, here's a question for you. Michael asks, have you ever looked into mixing and mastering with Dolby Atmos?
Now, no, that's a really good question. I personally haven't, because it's just that's not something that I like. How can I explain it? Like the Dolby stuff is dope as hell. Don't get me wrong. It's just something that I'm into because I like being in the room with the artist and like making the music and like that style of mixing and like that's like a mastering engineer where they just sitting in the closet, cut somewhere, like not like trying to take nothing. It's just not my type of thing. It's like I feel like it's detached from the music, but it's not something I would really want to do. I'm definitely gonna learn it, but I like being in the room. I like tracking more than I like mixing. I think also like I like tracking more than I like mixing. It's like you in the room with the energy. It's like yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I personally prefer mixing, obviously, but where I agree with you is mixing is boring as fuck. I can't be in there for more than like an hour. I gotta stand up, get out, do something. I spend more time not mixing than mixing.
Like, the only thing that is cool about that is like it's like the you'll do it fast because it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's boring. You're like, all right, let me fucking hurry up and do this shit so I can make another song. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love mixing and it's more efficient, but I definitely have way more fun with tracking.
And ain't nobody in there telling you, yeah, that's raw. You know, sometimes I'll invite people when I'm mixing just to keep the energy up.
Oh no, I can't do that. I can't mix in front of you. A gangster. I
Yeah,
can, but
know
I
people
can't.
don't like that.
It's like certain motherfuckers that be like I don't know. I be trying weird shit and it's gonna sound crazy. They gonna judge me. But
I might
yeah, the
say,
Dolby shit is definitely dope.
what's the difference between a mixtape and an album? What would you say, Mills? Well, one you're gonna get paid off of. I'll tell
That's
you
why I
that.
said that's a good question because they'll tell you some shit is a mixtape, so they pay you less.
Oh yeah, you was just answering that. So maybe I shouldn't say this, but I was in the studio with YB one time years ago, and he was like, man, he was asking the A&R, he was like, when am I supposed to get paid? And they was like, well, you know, these mixtapes gonna help turn you up. And he was like, but I don't get paid off of these. And you just had to remember that you got to put in the groundwork sometimes, and the groundwork, and grind it out, and build up your fan base, and then the money gonna come, and look where you at. Sometimes you just gotta hang on to that.
Invite me when you mix. I make everybody laugh. Y'all crazy. What's y'all favorite? Come on, who got some technical questions? We want to get into more of the tech stuff, man. Just in case we got any engineers in there, I just want to make sure all my engineers is covered because that's who this really was for.
They gonna start asking what draws you got on soon. You like crazy.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I said. That's why I was shook because I'm like, man, y'all chat is crazy.
Somebody already asked about vocal chain. What other questions y'all got? Somebody said this freak still up in here. Yeah, that's right.
Don't you start that shit.
Hey, that's what they said. I'm just reading it.
What plugin is a must use with every session? Good question. Auto tune, 9 times out of 10. Keep that on your utility belt. Even if you don't use it, you're gonna probably need it. Fab Filter Pro Q. There's a lot of EQs out there. I use many different EQs, but I always have a Pro Q3 in my session. Compressor, I would probably say LA2A just because it's so simple. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You just slap that bitch on there, boom, you 3 the best decibels of gain reduction, and nice, transparent, and controlled. Those are probably like 3 what's names I always use. I've been fucking with that God particle recently too, but I think I'm about to leave that shit alone.
I see Mob
What's
ask.
a mic?
What's a
you say,
mic?
Willie?
I was gonna say I see Mob ask, how'd you get into engineering? I write my own music, but I want to learn how to mix my own shit.
I got in because I was originally trying to be a producer at first, and I got an internship at a studio, and then like I get in the room, I had no idea how songs were created. Like I had no idea how none of that worked. So like I'm watching it, I'm seeing like, all right, there's a guy at the computer that he's like controlling the whole. Everything has to go through him. I just like that type of it's like a power, but nobody knows. Then when you go in the studios a lot of the time, it's like it'll be a whole room full of people. Everybody's all excited to see the rapper, but the rapper's excited to see one person, the engineer.
Right.
I like that feeling. Like I don't care about all of. I don't want the clout. I just need the people that matter. They want to know me. And you have this superpower that nobody knows you have a superpower over. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool type of thing to be so powerful over something, but yet you in the cut and you don't really have to. Yeah, I'm just not really a braggadocious listening person. So that kind of how that fell into that.
Say the Gemini, what's the best auto-tune plugin to use? Antares, and I think it's called auto-tune. It's probably the only auto-tune plugin.
Auto-tune,
I know
yeah.
they got Waves Tune, they got all that, but auto-tune.
Auto-tune. Do you have a favorite auto-tune? I still like auto-tune 5. I don't know if I'm weird for that.
Yeah, no, I like that, but the new one's cool as long as you put it on classic mode. There's no latency. I'm with it. It don't matter to me. I don't even use all them other functions they got, so I'm not tripping.
That's why I kind of started have like fucking with it. Then, but that shit get even deeper. I need to go do some more homework actually.
V-Clip is raw. Yeah, I like V-Clip.
Oh, they dropping plugins in here?
Yeah, somebody know what they talking about.
Do you wish engineers got more recognition? No, I wouldn't say recognition because it's like most engineers don't do it for the recognition. I just wish more engineers got equity in the art. It's something that I have been luckily to be blessed with that, but I wish especially in this day and age, with like these TikTokity like rappers with, I don't want to say it like that because I've been in sessions where it's like engineers create the songs a lot of time. Like some of these kids, they come in there on their perks and leaned up and they just go in there and say yabba dabba do, or niggas sit there and tap mad buttons on the computer, be like this, sitting there making your song, and then next thing you know, he probably made $500 a day for the session, and then the plaque cost $800. The guy made $10 million. So it's like, I just wish the engineers got equity in the art now. But I don't think nobody really wants the clout. They don't care about that for real. Can I use breakfast as an example of the work? Yes, I could use a lot of other things.
Yeah, that's why we doing this. No, we still building resumes, even though we Gates.
You see that? Look, we trying to get more of them things.
And that's a second story with Plaques too.
It's some more. They around this motherfucker. My other shit fell off the wall. I don't know what that was about. My Migo Mac plaque fell off the wall right after all that what's the name shit happened. It was kind of scary.
Will we be able to rewatch this? Willie, what you say about that?
I got a recording. I'll see if I can drop it. It might be a large file, but we'll be able to chop it up at least a little bit and give everyone a little flavor after this.
Is there a particular mic y'all recommend for home recording? All right, so I would say I'm gonna give you like 3 price ranges. All right, the cheapest one, a Rode NT1, it's about like $200-300. Then you can go up a little more. They got an AKG C414, which is a very nice mic for a low price. Oh, SMB7s. That's a dynamic mic. It's a little bit different, but it's a cheap. And then SMB7 is definitely like that's the Michael Jackson recorded Thriller, but on the original. It's a different circuitry now, but it's his cousin, his granddaddy's. Then you got and then if you want to go you got U87, which is like it's a little expensive, but that's gonna be an investment that you'll have for fucking ever, and this one less thing you'll ever have to worry about. And that mic is around like $3K, I think, but Rode NT1 around $200-300. AKG C4 214 or 414. Those are between $400 to $600. And then U87. Oh, you can. Matter of fact, before we go U87, you got TLM 103, which is around 1K. I'm not even gonna go up. You probably already know about the U87. I just put some lower price ones that are pretty decent. I'm putting my Insta in the chat again for you guys.
You guys make use of producer sending stems? Hell yeah, that's the best way to do it. Because how you gonna know where to put the bass? How you gonna know where to put your hats? If you just stuck with a 2-track beat, it's really hard to manipulate that. You can make it work, especially if somebody did a good job mixing it on the production side, but otherwise you're pretty limited without the stem.
Facts. And I feel like the biggest secret or cheat code in music that a lot of people don't, especially in rap, is like nobody really post-production. And when you get them stems and you can get, you know what I'm saying, you can do a lot of stuff with that.
I see that Cam asked, do you use a laptop when you're on the road? And I'm curious about your setup on the road too, when you guys are kind of not in the main studio or don't have your full setup. So what you guys look like?
So we have like 4 or 5 different setups. We got like 4 or 5 different setups. So on road we have a MacBook and Apollo. I can't even unplug it because it'll fuck everything up. But basically, yeah, you get you one of these. It's the Apollo Twin, or you got the Apollo Solo, which doesn't use power. You got a MacBook. We get 2 speakers. We got the mic, and we'll set this shit up wherever possible and make it happen. It's like some of y'all favorite songs we recorded in like the back room of a green room before a show while it was loud, and everybody would probably tell you this is not how you're supposed to record songs, but there's songs that y'all have heard that have been recorded in the grimiest in hotel rooms and random shit. Not every song be like in the greatest of studios.
Somebody said it's an easier recording in the studio or on the road. Personally feel like if you got the right software, the road is better, because for me, the vibe is, you can always get a new vibe. Being in the studio, you know what you're going to get. It's going to be 4 walls. It's going to be yada, yada. You know, on the road, you traveling and recording. That's the only way I can do recording. I know you like recording off rip, but for me, if I'm going to do it, I like traveling.
It's like it's like the energy is whistling. When you travel, it's like, in the studio, it feel like almost like the library or homework at times. Right. Like, would they be like, all right, we booked the room out from 12 to 6 every day for the next month. Usually, every time I've been in that situation, the artist never is that creative. They way more creative when they could just, here go a house up here, let's put a studio in this house, and when y'all feel like coming up with something, come up with something. Those are usually like recording in the comfort of your own space and not having to think about the clock, how much time we got left. Just being up here like I need to come up with something because I'm in here and we booked this time and we have to do this right now. Yeah, all of that kind of stuff kind of gets the vibe off, in my opinion.
Somebody said, this is not technical, but forgive me, Mills. What do you love the most about our man Gates? I just want to say, look, Gates is easily the only motherfucker in the game who's gonna speak his mind 100% through. politically, what have you, and we might not disagree on anything at sometimes. But the fact that he can do that, I'd rather stand shoulder to shoulder with him than anybody else. I don't care what they claim they agree on. If you can't speak it out loud, then I ain't fucking with you because I can't trust you. You don't trust yourself enough to say what's your truth. So that's where I'm at with it.
Same thing with me. It's like my favorite thing is I like people that be themselves. That nigga is 100% himself. He don't care how you feel about it. He gonna be himself, and he'll let you be you. He don't care how you go. Hey, whatever you into, do your thing. Cause it's like a lot of shit he probably think I'm weird as fuck for, but he let me do my shit. That's just weird ass bills down there. He always. That's why I'm like, hell yeah, this shit lit. Niggas could be themselves and just grow. And the nigga's smarter than a lot of people think, bro. Like. Bro's mad smart. Like, he's old. The type of shit that, like, it be random shit because I could just randomly throw out there. And he'll be like, oh, yeah, now here's this book. Go read this book. It'll put you on that. Or, like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like this nigga ready to be on some been there, done that type of shit. Without being overly, like, preachy or, like, hey, look at me, dumbass. It's more like a, nah, when you ready to learn this, it's going to be over there. Go ahead, go fuck with that. Like,
Somebody said you ever watched Kevin fight. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't never seen him physically fight. Though you and Ron could probably speak on that. But I see him fight every day for his name and his respect. I'll tell you that much because people are always trying to play on his top. When it comes to what he's worth and financially, all this, everybody want to play. But you gotta respect it, and he gonna fight for that. He's gonna fight for his right. So yeah, I seen him fight.
He fight a different way now, but the old Gates, he used to fight with me.
And then he do something in the
that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
So we had a show in it's like Tennessee or somewhere. We was like in Tennessee, and back in the day when Gates performed, he would jump in the crowd, like literally walk through the crowd. Whoever his biggest fans, whoever's singing the loudest, he gonna go right to you and shake your hand. Y'all gonna have a moment, do a verse together. He used to walk through the crowd every show. So we walking through the crowd. It's some drunk guy. He like, tell my girlfriend happy birthday. He keep yelling that. And like, we look at him, we don't pay him no mind. But then he starts saying some like, I don't know what he was saying. He start cursing a lot. Like, he just like cursing. He start looking aggressive. But first we still not paying him no mind because we create like a little barrier around him. But it's like still like, but then he start getting more and more like crazy. And then Gates grab him now. So Gates grab him and they, sometimes this will happen, but it'll just be a drunk guy and they'll just rap the verse. So like now they locking eye to eye. And Kevin rapping, he got the dude, but the dude still like kind of cursing and shit. So then it's like, I don't know. I don't know what he said. He said something a little too crazy and then yeah, just boom. Kevin hit him and dude like he was asleep, but he was still standing up. He was just like Tweety Bird going around his shit. And then yeah, that was that. That was like probably like the last time. And then after that, we had no more of them problems. There's other stuff too, but that's about the only story I'm gonna get y'all.
Hey Mills, the people want to hear this record again. You want to take a quick intermission and play this?
Drop that shit. I got a question I'm gonna answer too. How'd you land your first internship? That's a great question because that started it all. While you getting that loaded, I'm gonna answer that. I got my first internship. Not yet, but like once it pop up, I'll know to shut up.
Nah, you straight.
I got my first internship. I had made these business cards saying Mills tracks. Like I was trying to get my beats out there, and I bumped into some guy and told him, yo, I make beats, whatever, da-da-da. He told me come to some studio. When I pulled up, they asked me, do you want to be an intern? It was really simple. It was like, yeah, you just find all the studios in your area and ask them, can you sweep up and clean up? I just go in there, yeah, can I clean up and sweep up around here? And that's kind of how I got my start, and that's why I started seeing what engineering and all that stuff was. So now I'm going to shut up, and we're going to drop that hot shit one more time.
More players start to finish this time.
Bet.
Shit happens sometimes. Forgive me.
That was my favorite part too. They didn't talk about that ashwagandha.
You know, I was just about to respond to somebody on the ashwagandha. I ain't gonna lie. It's good. It do great things. But for me, for any of y'all out there on keto who love low sugar, man, that shit lower your blood sugar so much.
Matter of fact,
I was getting aggressive. I was getting mad. I was cranky. Careful with it. What you said, Mill? Oh, you got yours?
It was something right next to me.
Where your mock at?
Right there. I got all kind of shit. That's another tip for y'all out there. Y'all need no honey pack. Just put some maca root in y'all smoothies, players.
Uh-oh. That's gone.
And ladies, yeah, slip some maca root in y'all niggas smoothies every morning. Thank me later.
That's why I don't drink smoothies no more.
Maca root is a coochie jumper, yo. Y'all is crazy.
There they go. They was waiting. They was laying in wait, just waiting to get on with this.
Yeah, like now with that one shit, now everybody talking crazy. All right, no, pros and cons about your job. Honestly, I don't have no cons. The pros is I get to work with music for a living. I love music. I get to work with music for a living. Beautiful. The cons are, I don't know. I can't see nothing bad about this.
Hey, man, who got the Gates impression?
Probably Ron or Scuddy.
Scuddy probably gonna be on practice. You gonna have to DM us on an audio.
Where Ron at?
Mojo.
I don't know, but I'm gonna talk to him. We're gonna try to get that nigga here. We're gonna try to get him we're gonna try to get him to meet the what's the name.
Yeah, he gotta have his own stage.
Yeah, he face, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a small fry.
Shit, I'm small as fuck.
Oh, they go Danny D.
That's him for real?
It gotta be Danny D 17th with the muscles out.
Oh, with the small muscles, I see that. Hey, Danny, and you can't be no speaker on here neither. We didn't give you no
Yeah, you not
we can
big
pull him up
yet.
if you want.
Yeah, pull him up. See what he really
Let me see. I'm the head of security now, Danny.
You can't get in here without your wristband. Say something, Dick.
Whoa.
Oh, there go Danny D.
Hey, y'all, this our head of security, just so y'all know. Y'all probably got questions for him. All y'all who ain't got into the show.
We really about to be thugging on here. Hey, I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna let the Discord know. Mill's gonna be popping up randomly just to talk shit with the people. I fucks with the Discord vibes. Y'all a little crazy and burnt too turned a little bit, but when y'all dropping breakfast video,
Yo, Danny,
what's the fastest time y'all recorded a full song? What's the fastest song y'all ever recorded? That's a good ass question.
Features? I'll tell you that, man.
Not even thinking that. That's a good ass question. It's like, damn, but the answers like don't even count. Then you ain't gonna let them in for free?
No.
Hey, we need to claim your record. Hey, Mills, you ever finished producing that record?
Which one? Oh, I mean, it's done.
It is?
Oh, Danny record? Oh, no, I
Danny
forgot.
record.
Matter of fact. Yeah, Danny, we dropping your mixtape. I forgot about that. I'm about to start on that shit tonight. They said we got to convince Kev. We going to get him in one of these days. For sure, he going to pop in one of these days.
Yeah.
And while you playing, y'all better, he might get ahead and really like this shit and be in this motherfucker talking to y'all niggas all day.
Hey, don't think he ain't gonna be writing your names down too.
He going crazy. He going
That's a scary thought.
y'all better rethink when y'all put something in that box.
Yeah, think about
it. Now they gonna probably be even more crazy. He gonna remember me.
They got a little catfish.
All right, guys. I think I'm about ready to roll up out of here.
Yeah, Yeah, hey, look, we'll play the record one more time and then get up out of here. I'll play the back half since it cut off halfway through.
Bet. Yeah, just in time for Valentine's Day.
Go get booed up right quick. It's still cuffing season, y'all.
Yeah. Danny, you gonna make some breakfast in bed with that plan?
No, man.
Ooh.
I don't do breakfast. I don't eat breakfast.
Sorry, bro.
It ain't for you, bro. It's for the lady, bro. You gotta do your lady right, bro.
No. Yeah, man. All right, we good here, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
It was a pleasure. I'll definitely be back talking shit to y'all Discordians. We gotta find a name for the Discord alumni.
They got something called Kev Cord. I guess that's what they call this. We're gonna be
Okay, the Kev Cord. I'll be back.
And we're going to have a whole alumni crew on here one day. We're going to figure it out. Maybe at a show. At a show. There we go. Backstage. Get us all on that beat.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Good.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.